This incredibly tiny gaming PC is smaller than an Xbox Series S, yet it boasts impressive performance, including 1440p support for Forza Motorsports. Even the most basic device, which comes in a variety of configurations, produces astonishing results. Accessory components include a 230-watt power source, a USB hub, and a vertical stand. Featuring LEDs and dual-sided input-output, its modern appearance is reminiscent of a console but with a more compact and efficient footprint. Although it has few inputs and outputs, it has Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, HDMI 2.1, USB 3.2 Generation 2, and USB-C, which supports video and can give 100-watt of power. The device comes with a 512 GB drive and is originally equipped with an M.2 slot that supports PCIe 4.0, so upgrading to a faster SSD is easy with the unit's efficient cooling system. Despite not having Thunderbolt 4 or USB 4, it is well than enough for most gaming requirements. There is Gigabit Ethernet, a full-size USB 3.2 Generation 1 port, and a 3.5mm audio jack on the opposite side. There isn't much extra on either side, but there is ventilation in the rear. It may get hotter when placed vertically since it sucks air up from the base. To improve ventilation, use the stand that comes with it. There are several other configurations available for the Thunderbot mix, including the i9 with RTX 4060 or RTX 4070, as well as the i7 option that we are currently analyzing. The Intel Core i7-13620H processor that is featured in the i7 model has a total of 10 cores and 16 threads, with 6 performance cores that can reach speeds of up to 4.9 GHz and 4 efficiency cores that can reach speeds of up to 3.6 GHz. It is equipped with a laptop form of the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4060, which has 8 GB of GDDR6 VRAM and 16 GB of LPDDR5 RAM, and it operates at 5,200 mTPS. Unfortunately, RAM upgrades are not available for any of their models, except the 32 GB version, which is their most expensive option. The operating system is Windows 11, and it comes with a 512 GB PCIe 4.0 M.2 NVMe SSD, Wi-Fi 6, and Bluetooth 5.2. To demonstrate its capabilities, let's jump right into gaming. Following the implementation of updates to both the NVIDIA drivers and the game itself, the Forza Motorsports game demonstrates remarkable performance when set to 1440p high settings. Not only does it perform exceptionally well at this resolution, but it also demonstrates a large performance increase across a variety of devices. Although decreasing to 1080p or utilizing DLSS may be necessary to shift to Ultra, a small amount of DLSS does not significantly decrease the quality when the resolution is set to 1440p. Despite its diminutive size, the laptop, which is equipped with an Intel Core i7 processor, has a high level of responsiveness and is an excellent choice for 1440p gaming. Memory options are restricted yet capable, with the maximum capacity being 32 GB of LPDDR5 at 5200 MHz. It is equipped with the laptop model of the RTX 4060, which has a thermal design power, TDP, of around 60 watts for the central processing unit, CPU, and 80 watts for the graphics processing unit, GPU. This allows for significant performance without excessive noise. Even without any modifications, the original setup produces amazing performance, which places it in the category of a decent gaming computer. Several amazing benchmarks have been set for this gadget. In Geekbench 6, the single-core score was 2492, while the multi-core score was 12,204. This result exceeded the initial performance objectives that were set for the system. Moving on to the benchmarks for the graphics processing unit, 3D Mark set Firestrike at 21,719 and TimeSpy at 9,535. Taking into consideration the form factor, the TimeSpy score is particularly impressive, even though better scores are available for more robust machines. Despite this, it is necessary to move away from artificial benchmarks and towards evaluating games in the actual world to conduct a more comprehensive evaluation. The Amazing Spider-Man at 1440p on Ultra settings without DLSS, Miles Morales runs like a dream on the RTX 4060. With DLSS set to quality, you can enjoy it at an average of 113 FPS, or you can cap it at 60 FPS to save electricity. At 1440p on high settings with DLSS balanced, God of War works smoothly. However, if you want to have the best performance, setting DLSS to quality will improve it to an average of 88 FPS. Without resorting to resolution scaling, Forza Horizon 5 achieves an average frame rate of 81 at 1440p severe settings. The visual difference from native 1440p is hard to perceive. Thus, it's recommended to play Cyberpunk 2077 at 1440p high with DLSS balanced. In graphically intensive AAA titles, DLSS is a lifesaver. If you're playing Starfield at 1440p medium with DLSS enabled for performance, you should optimize for 1080p high. During exploration, the game's performance averages 85 frames per second, but it jumps to over 120 frames per second when played indoors. Idle power consumption is 16 watts, average gaming power is 143 watts, and intensive testing reaches a maximum of 186 watts. Power efficiency is a major selling point for this tiny form factor PC. With no strain, the 230-watt power supply provides reliable performance. Even though it's smaller than an Xbox Series S, its elegant form comes into its own when positioned vertically in the stand. Although the NVIDIA GPU makes it incompatible with SteamOS, it easily manages 1440p gaming. Linux does allow games to run, but the hardware configuration prevents it from having all of Steam Deck's features. Regardless, as a Windows Mini PC with an Intel CPU and NVIDIA GPU, it performs admirably. Thanks for watching. If you want more videos like this one, make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel to never miss out on any of our videos.